Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Borderlands Breaking News. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the latest news and events on Borderlands 4. And I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like on the video. Let's try and aim for 500 likes. That would be pretty neat. We've got a few things to talk about today and some very interesting ones at that, and so let's get right into it. So yesterday Take-Two had their 2025 earnings call and we got to learn a lot about not only their upcoming titles but their existing ones as well. Mainly being the Borderlands franchise. So Take-Two showed a portion of the earnings call with Borderlands 4 talking about the Borderlands franchise in general, and there are a few interesting things to take away from this. Firstly, they mentioned that to date, 2K's best-selling title with the most copies sold is none other than Borderlands 2. Having sold over 30 million copies. Which I gotta be honest kind of shocked me because I thought the NBA titles would have had the more copies sold, but I guess being that they make one every year, it's actually no surprise that they don't have one in particular that has just surpassed a huge amount of sales like that. So big hats off to Borderlands 2, of course everybody loves it, and yeah, it is 2K's best selling title. Now something that I think people might be shocked to hear is that they did have a note about Borderlands 3, and they said something which might blow your mind. Take-Two says that Borderlands 3 is 2K's fastest selling title of all time and has sold over 22 million copies to date, which is close to that of Borderlands 2, only by 8 million copies, but of course, I don't think it's ever going to surpass that, especially with Borderlands 4 now coming out. Speaking of Borderlands 4, they did reconfirm that following the State of Play last month, Borderlands 4 became one of the most wishlisted games. And this can be corroborated by the Steam wishlist tracker, which shows that Borderlands 4 is the 8th most wishlisted game on Steam. And now wrapping up on all the news from the earnings call yesterday, they also did show that Tiny Tina's Wonderlands released with 40% of its player base consisting of brand new players to the Borderlands franchise. So all in all, some pretty impressive stats, and it seems that Take-Two is very high on the Borderlands franchise. Absolutely devastating news, I would imagine, for any grifter out there trying to weaponize hate against the franchise. Now moving on, we've got something that's actually very interesting and really exciting to say the least. So there may be a few of you watching who are familiar with Rainbow Six Siege by Ubisoft, and it seems that Borderlands 4, or rather Borderlands in general, is going to be doing a collaboration with them. Now you have to excuse me because I'm kind of out of the loop on this, but Rainbow Six Siege got an overhaul or some form of remaster. If someone knows more on this, I'm sure they'll be able to share more in the comment section and I'll pin it. But basically, Rainbow Six Siege is getting a new version of it called Siege X, and I guess there was some form of competition running on it the other day with a few pro players, or maybe not pro players, but some kind of competition. Now let me say, I want to give full credit to Siege GG on this. This is where I heard it from. I'll leave a link to their website in the description down below. But during the competition, a player spotted a psycho mask on one of the statues within the map. Now it's important to note here that according to Siege GG, they say that this isn't uncommon for Rainbow Six Siege competitions like this, and that in the past there have been unreleased cosmetics and esports bundles that have been found in these, but there has also been stuff that has just been teased in these maps as well. So when I first saw this, I thought it was fake until I saw another image from a different angle to where I was like, okay, that's real, right? I mean, it looks like it was live streamed, and it also does look like, again, it is completely and utterly in game. So what this means for Rainbow Six, I'm not sure, but this is something which I wouldn't assume was supposed to get out, but considering it's been live streamed to a ton of people, the cat is well and truly out of the bag. It does seem like Borderlands is either going to be doing some form of collaboration with Siege, or there was potentially a collaboration that got scrapped with Siege. Now I will personally lean more on the side of this being something that was scrapped, because the mask that was shown off is the Borderlands 3 mask design and not the one from Borderlands 4. But then again, saying that, it doesn't mean just because Borderlands 4 is the new game coming out that they have to use the new Psycho Mask design, right? The original one and the one from BL3 is the most iconic one, and with Borderlands 4 being a newer title, it's highly likely that had they used the newer one, it probably would not have been recognized as much. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is this some kind of scrapped collaboration or crossover, or is it teasing something upcoming to promote Borderlands 4? Again, I personally think this is scrapped, but it's interesting nonetheless. And now finally, to wrap up today's video, let's talk about the new video that was posted to the Nintendo of America channel with some new looks at Borderlands 4. I'll leave a link to this in the description down below if you want to go and watch the whole thing, but it's an insight into Gearbox, a talk with Randy to talk about the game and the, what they're going to be doing with the Switch 2. And in this video, they actually showed off some new shots of Borderlands 4, which is really interesting. Now, I think it's safe to assume that these shots are probably taken on the Switch 2, but then again, it is entirely possible that that's not the case. But it's not so much the new in-game shots that are the cool thing here that I want to pay attention to. It is the behind the scenes shots, the concept art that they actually showed off. They've got some shots in here for new cosmetics for Vex. They've got shots in here for Elpis and whatnot. They've got shots of guns and gun parts, and there's a lot of cool stuff to take a look at here. Again, I'll leave the trailer in the description down below, or rather the overview if you want to go and take a look at it. And if you comb through the video, there are a lot of interesting things you can see, like them working directly in Unreal Engine 5 in their editor, and also working in Maya to render some of the cinematics too. And so that will conclude today's Borderlands Breaking News. Now, just to reiterate, I had a few people asking me this. There was no news shared at the 2K, or rather Take-Two earnings call regarding pre-orders for Borderlands 4. That was not something they talked about. I know a lot of people are probably going to be itching for that, but you are most likely not going to hear anything about that, at least not at this stage. That's going to be kept under wraps, and you'll probably hear about pre-orders the moment they go live from Gearbox, right? That's not going to be something that Take-Two are going to come out and inform you of. And they also did not talk about the price point of Borderlands 4. I know a lot of people were worried with this looming rumor of a $100 price tag for GTA 6. That Borderlands 4 would also have an inflated price tag, but they did not discuss anything like that either, so I have nothing to share on that part. The Take-Two earnings call was mostly about GTA 6 and also their mobile game market, so there wasn't much that they even shared on Borderlands 4. They did mention that it was going to be a big earner for them, or at least that's what I took away from it, but no, they did not mention anything about pre-orders or anything about the price point. But as soon as we know more on that, I'll let you guys know, so make sure you're subbed here so you can stay up to date as soon as that info comes out. And with that being said, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for your support and for watching all of the videos and sharing the love on them. I really do appreciate it. I've got some exciting things happening and I'm going to be quite busy this week, so let me know in the comment section down below what you think of that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll check you all in the next one. Stay safe and I'll see you later.